guy walks into a gas station. No, this is not a bad joke. This is something that actually happened to me, and I think we can all learn from it. A man walked into the gas station over the holiday. I'm checking out. There's a bunch of other women in line. And he goes back and gets a 30-pack of beer. And then he starts engaging his audience, saying that he's a comedian. He's a 6'5" Jew, born to a gay mother, grown up in a black community. And then he starts telling all these defiling jokes, hitting on these girls behind me. And I'm just like, keep my head down. And he tells me how he likes my bun. And I'm like, oh, God, get me out of here, which is not like me, right? Normally, I would engage, but I just wanted to get as far away from this guy as possible. And I get home and I tell my husband about it. And I was really bothered by it because I should have told him about Jesus. I mean, you could have gone a lot of different avenues with that, right? And I asked God, I was like, what should I have done? And he said, Sarah, you should have told him about me and how much I love him. And I said, but God, like he would have, you know, he would have chewed me up and spit me out. He was talking about how I had tackle in my nose and how I should be held underwater to go fishing with. And in any other circumstance, I would have laughed, right? And used that to get in. But I was so caught off guard. And I said, you know, God, he would have persecuted me for this. He brought me to this. Matthew 5:12. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Pardon me, that's verse 11. Verse 12 says, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Wow. He said, Sarah, that moment would have not just been for that man, it would have been for every other woman in line to see your boldness, to see how you stood up for Christ. It would have been a win for heaven. So let us not ever have this fear of man, even if they're physically intimidating. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. We've got to stand on it, guys. We've got to make the most of every opportunity. In rabbinical literature, they would compare salt to wisdom. And God says that we're the salt of the earth. We're the wise on this foolish earth. And in Jesus' day, they would put salt on the wick to make it burn brighter. So we've got to use our wisdom in these situations to burn bright for Christ. I want to encourage you guys to take bold risks today, to tell everyone about how God loves them, how they have a purpose and a destiny. Whew. I love y'all. Stay salty.